Somebody strikes with our Ifrit, cutting down on this goof custom, gets stunned, and we're lucky we didn't get any follow-up, because we don't have emergency evasion. Then you might realize at this point I'm not using any melee combos either, and that's because this Slave Wraith doesn't have melee combo controller either. Greetings, Rigil Agateiades here, and today we are the sus in sussy, the impostor of all imposters. The fact is, if you ever came across some teammate in the wrong place on your radar, it's probably this thing. This 350 cost general type is the Slave Wraith. The Slave Wraith's signature skill is the Fake Beacon. This skill turns the radar signal of this impostor to a teammate's signal when within 250 meters and not attacking. Not very useful at the start of a fight because it becomes obvious you're not the real thing when you're surrounded by enemy signals. This skill, however, becomes obnoxiously annoying when the fight becomes chaotic and the radar signals get mixed up. More about that later. Things quickly start to heat up as we get quite a lot of attention with the unique radar signal. Don't worry, we'll lose the attention real quick. Two enemies from the front, we stand behind this pillar and then a down attack stretched to the absolute maximum. Quite an impressive play if you ask me. Somebody strikes with our Ifrit, cutting down on this goof custom, gets stunned, and we're lucky we didn't get any follow-up, because we don't have emergency evasion. Then you might realize at this point I'm not using any melee combos either, and that's because this Slave Wraith doesn't have melee combo controller either. Turned the wrong direction to make an unnecessary 360 and then a melee miss. Good thing the enemy is not interested. While this beam rifle from the ground-type Gundam doesn't stagger, it does decent damage since we can fire 2 consecutive shots without overheating. Vulcans stagger after 20 hits, which is good, but the flash grenade is better and we simply knock down the enemy support type. Our knees! Probably an electro whip from the enemy goof and we are out of the game for now. No radar, no legs. Beam rifle shots missed due to a skill issue, then we sit and repair our legs. Repaired to a usable level and caught a supporting fire in the meantime. It's about time we join our teammates through the other side of hell. That being said, this machine is incredibly effective at such disadvantageous situations as you shall see, thanks to the imposter DNA. Unluckily for us, this goof is not stopping, and by the time we manage to reach him, he's joined up by his teammates. No solo kill, but we'll do whatever we can. He drops along the ledge, staggered from the side, but at least the electro whip misses. Jump down and then a flash grenade! That followed up by a melee clash with the person next to us. By this time our fate is sealed with the entire enemy team on us. One more tackle and a beam rifle on their raid type and we finish our job. First respawn, and we spawn from the opposite direction of our team for obvious reasons. One thing to mention, don't do this if it takes you an extra minute to get into the fight. Otherwise, the fight will be over by the time you get there. Do it wrong and instead of an advantage, you just gave your team a 4v5 handicap. You'll see what I mean at the end. Not happening this time as we fire a fully charged beam rifle shot on the enemy raid type. He was also aware of our existence, however, because of his encounter with us at the start of the game. Good thing he couldn't do anything anyway. Now the stats on this Slave Wraith. Above average defense with a small hitbox and a shield makes it pretty good at taking hits. The mobility is also good. All of that set back by his lack of skills. Even though it's essentially just a ground-type Gundam, it traded most of the essential skills. Force injectors, emergency evasion, and melee combo controller all for the sus drive. Maybe I should be grateful to have high-performance balancers, otherwise it would be a complete nightmare. Back to the fight, and we basically vented. Went around the stadium the long way, and now we're just walking in the enemy's back. They have no idea we are not part of their team. Couldn't turn around fast enough for the beam rifle shot, maybe I should swap some defense for more thrusters. Now we enter the melee fight of complete chaos, swinging only down attacks. One downed after a successful flash grenade, then we get downed too, but we are more than healthy. Only one teammate remaining, but he pulls off a great counter on the goof and we might actually make this. One melee strike at a time and some uncharged beam rifle shots. Even though the damage is fine, not being able to stagger at range at all is a huge problem. Teammate below will try to help and jump in, another melee strike that doesn't down and let our teammate do the follow-up. Then a flash grenade too early and a down attack into him as well. Oops. A little sussy there, but at least we finished off the kill. Goof standing 3 feet away, but there's nothing we can do with the flash grenade reloading. Try to melee to stop the Ifrit, but we get downed by the Goof instead. Not sure what could be done here without anything that staggers at range. Stand up and we go straight into the 2 hungry enemies back. They are both staggered or downed by their poor teamwork and we pick up an easy kill. End of the line for us though, as their support type finds their dinner. Final respawn and we face a dilemma. Spawn at our spawn with our 3 remaining teammates and do basically nothing, or spawn really far away and stab the enemy in the back after 30 seconds. I chose the latter, but now that I think about it, maybe it's the wrong choice and you will see why. No doubt about our route and we dive right in, but then their support type sees us coming. That is probably because there's already the entire enemy team in front of him and some basic math tells him we're the imposter. To make matters worse, we can't really keep him from hitting our teammates because he is much closer to our spawn than we are, making him way faster in swapping sides. Second thruster overheat to swap sides and then we get exposed again, god damn it. Our Ifrit should have your radars jammed, how are you still telling me apart? Not fast enough to get out of his shotgun range, we're fine ourselves with our toughness but our team is completely wiped. End of the line for this game. Only thing we can do is some revenge shots on this enemy Ifrit. As I have said, this is definitely not a good mobile suit. Maybe you can make something work if you're really good at Mogus, but even so it's better taking a simple stealth suit, and the lack of other skills is simply too detrimental. Still managed to rank first though. That's it from me today, latest.